Hi Shy, hi Pumpkin. How is everyone today? Halfway through a 14-hour car ride, oof. Hi Faye. How are you today? We'll have the ad break in about 3.5 minutes, but honestly I could go ahead and get into Pufferdole time. We could go ahead and do that. While we wait for that. Tired? Me too. To be honest. Let's see if we can wake up our brains a little bit. Okay, not off to a great start with that. Okay, nope. Oh god. Okay. Despite my performance, this one's actually not that bad. Okay. Let's go... Let's see. I'm going to go with salmon to start off. Okay. Any weather. Not in the town or the forest. How much you want to bet it's going to be any season, any weather, any time, yet again? What's something we can try to find that out? Let's try the wood skip. Okay. Yeah. So we've got everything but the location. Once again, we're here. Okay, it's not a Ginger Island fish. Maybe something in the mine. Okay, it is something in the mine. What's the fish you catch in the witch's lair? I'm assuming it's the slime jack or the void salmon or something, but it can't be one of those. It's gonna be something that's in the mine. Is there another one? Oh, it could be the ice pip. The ice pip or the lava... No, it can't be the lava eel. I'm gonna guess the ice pip. Okay. I'm gonna guess a stonefish, I guess. Didn't we already have the stonefish at one point? Well, it was the stonefish. All these fish making you hungry. We'll get a snack. Get some goldfish. Puffertle is stoned. Honestly. That went so much faster than I thought it was going to. Has the ad break even passed? There it is. The ad break is here. Okay. Get set up while that's happening. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the stonefish was literally the first one that we did. I mean, at least we got it in the end. Hi, Zephyr. How are you today? Stream streak. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you for hanging out for 10 streams in a row, Faye. I too am quite tired today. We'll see how long I last. You beasted the Skull Caverns and made Major Ginger Island progress? Hell yeah. Did you know that much like Tetris, even though Skull Cavern has no end, there is a point at which it stops functioning. So you can't go any farther down. It's after like 1 billion floors or something. Naomi's napping, William is reading, and you're coughing. Oh. Well, you know what? At least Naomi is napping. Yeah, you pretty much have to cheat to get down there, for sure. So, not really, not really an end that matters. It's definitely harder to get to than with Tetris. Yeah, the integer limit, exactly. You can still find ladders and holes and stuff on that floor. They just won't let you use them. $1 gold. Get rich quick scheme over here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my sleep right now. I usually have the opposite problem of like sleeping way too much, but the past couple of nights, my body's just been like, I mean, you got like 4 hours, you're fine now, right? So I went to bed kind of early last night and just woke up at 10:30 last night and was just awake. And so that's when I got up. I've had a full day today. Did I hear get ripped? I don't know, did you? What kind of bagels? Ooh, jalapeno cheddar. That sounds excellent. How do we all do our bagels? I have to have cream cheese. It's a must. And yeah, double cheddar. That's the shit right there. Jalapeno cheddar can certainly be good too, but you know, sometimes I'd rather just go for something a little bit more toned down first thing in the morning, especially if I'm having some coffee. Everything bagel with cream cheese or egg and cheese or plain butter bagel. Hell yeah. Thoughts on pizza bagels? To that I say, pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. You can have pizza on a bagel. You can have pizza anytime. Fucking love a pizza bagel. Bagel bites are so good. If you're at Panera, you'll get a French toast bagel with honey walnut cream cheese. That's fancy as fuck. I like a good veggie cream cheese sometimes. I'll go for a bagel sandwich, but I have to be like really hungry because I feel like a bagel sandwich is just like 10 times more sandwich than a regular sandwich. You're gonna buy some mozzarella and marinara later so you can make pizza toast? Hell yeah. Do you know about how to make protein pizza, Nicole? I feel like that would be up your alley. It's pretty good. Fried bologna sandwich on a bagel. You made tortilla pizzas growing up? Toasted bagel with butter, a classic. I like to have a little something more than just the butter, because I feel like it's still so dry to me, but I respect it. Okay, protein pizza. So you make your crust, and it's equal parts Greek yogurt and flour. So you could do like 1 cup and 1 cup, like just the little individual cups of Greek yogurt. And you mix them together. Obviously, if you need a little bit more flour, you can add a little bit more flour. But then you just spread it out on a baking sheet, and gets you kind of a thin, crispy crust. It's kind of nice to par bake it a little bit because it can be. You want to make sure you get it crispy, right? But I'm vegetarian, so I like to put like a marinara sauce on it, and then if I can get my hands on it, there's this one really good vegan cheese that I like. I don't normally like vegan cheese, but this one is like, I'm not just getting it because I specifically want a vegan cheese. Like, I'm getting it because to me, it is like a specific variety of cheese that is like worth eating, right? It's good in its own right. It's not weird. And then I like to get the field roast. They have like spicy sausages. That shit's so good on there. But super easy to make. Yeah, it's a really like easy way to get started on making crust from scratch, because like you're not worrying too much about it rising or anything like that. So it's very straightforward. You have so much animal product because of the auto grabbers. Hell yeah. That's great when you're like, oh no, I forgot to take care of my animals. Oh yay, I get a ton of money now. Have you gotten an auto petter yet? You have not? Well, you could always cheat it if you had to. That's one of those things where it's like, I wouldn't do it until way later in the game, because I'm not trying to cheat until like I've achieved perfection, but if I made it all the way through getting perfection and I still didn't have an auto grabber, I would absolutely cheat that, because RNG is not my fault. Okay, Faye, you got it. Your time has come. Yes, we have new redeems. I'm open to suggestions as well if anybody has any thoughts. We were talking about how everyone's channel points are piling up yesterday. You max friendship with Sandy, everyone except Sandy and Leo. Excellent. Oh gosh. Yeah, the struggle is real. Things that you have to do every single day or like regularly, like multiple times a week to take care of yourself are so hard. You went from 6.7 to 6.2. You're whittling it down slowly. $30.3K? Uh-oh. We're gonna have to think of some big redeems. Jeez, 23.3. Y'all are crazy. $20.5. Well, what's a special something that we could do? Like, we could redeem like a game or something. We gotta think of a high ticket item. Wish this was my bank balance. I know, right? A lot of them are before the rebrand. Yeah. No, that makes sense for sure. You have quite a legacy of channel points in here. You got the old channel points. They might be stale. Yeah, they're like 4 years old. Cat or yarn fact. Wheel of some sort of chaos. Oh yeah, you guys want to just a button? I know some people have like a yeah, like a redeem for like throw your channel points away or something to that effect. Lots of people do the channel point gambling. Button that makes a sound effect. I should get some sounds. Go touch grass button. Telling Marnie she can do better. Go touch grass button for 100k. Incredible. Yeah, I have to go all the way down. I'm on the 3rd floor. I gotta go far to touch some grass. Okay, a project where the community could randomize the color or fiber I'm working with as a yeah. That's a fun idea. We'll make something together. That's cool. What kind of project would it be? I like that idea. Redeem 1k to make Jack say chicken butt. I'm gonna have to make that harder to make me say, I guess. Low point could be changed to stitch, medium could be color, high could be fiber type or something. Could be a blanket. Yeah, I'll say chicken butt for free, it's true. Yeah, scarf might be a little bit more manageable. Because I feel like a blanket... Like, since it's gonna be a redeem-based thing, I would imagine that it would be something that, like, I pull out when it gets redeemed, so, like, it might be a little bit harder to do that with a blanket. But a community scarf would be cute, yeah. Maybe there could be, like, a really, really high-ticket one that's, like, a whole granny square or something. Ancient fruit stuff? Is done? I'm like, what? For what? The community scarf? Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, hell yeah. Granny square blanket? Yeah, we could do full-on granny squares too. That would be a little bit easier, because then I don't have to have them all at once. That's true. We could also just do a general granny square redeem and then, like, highest redeem could be joining 2 squares. Here we go. Drown the streamer time. Made 11K from the jam. Amazing. Oh, I know about the tiny square granny. Wow, tiny granny square blanket. Make no mistake. Cursed sweater. Okay, like a really long cardigan would be fucking cool. Maybe it could be like a granny square redeem with like different tiers for granny square stuff, so that we could have at least like a little bit of cohesion. Maybe there could be like some cheaper ones where like if it's a... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. Like you could redeem a round for the smaller items. And so like if 3 people wanted to work together to make 1 granny square or something, they could each redeem a round and like pick a color for that square. So like if the first person picks blue, then the center is blue, and then the second person picks yellow and the next layer is yellow or something. And then there could be a redeem for like the whole square, and then maybe there could be a redeem for like a tapestry square. So like one that has like an actual image on it. You're feeding and watering the streamer, adding enrichment. I'm like your little Tamagotchi. Different size granny squares could be an option too. Yeah, if they're all gonna eventually go together, then there should probably be some kind of like organization to the sizing. Otherwise it may get complicated to put them together, but I will write it down. Worry not. Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna scroll back up. What else were we saying earlier? Oh. That'll jog my memory. Usually I just need a little push. And then I will have a chance to, like, really think about what's gonna make the most sense as well. For the sake of cohesion. Because obviously if it's, like, just random squares and we're not planning to do anything with it, then we can like go wild and just grab whatever I have in there. But like if the goal is to eventually put them together, then I'm gonna have to look through like what I have available to make that not look like a total mess at the end of the day, so... Oh, you saw a Granny Square blanket that had different size squares? Yeah, it's a star blanket. If you can find like a reference picture or something, I would love to look at that. Oh my god, I'm glad the air quality is getting better for you, Ash. You're working on a Pride Granny Square blanket? That's awesome. A temperature blanket, but with each month is a Granny Square? I think I've seen that one too, yeah. Oh, you're doing a mood blanket for 2026? That's awesome. I've always thought that sounded fun, but I'm just not really, like, generally a blanket person. I would certainly do it for the stream, no problem, but on my own time, that's not usually something I gravitate towards. Then why am I making a blanket? Well, I don't know that I am making a blanket. I don't know that we've decided at this point that it is going to be a blanket. So far, we've just got granny squares. But, oh, you mean this? This is not a blanket. I think people call it that, but this is not a blanket. It's a flat... So is a bandana a blanket? Yeah, tapestries are big flat pieces of fabric. That's like historically what a tapestry is. There are lots of things that are big flat pieces of fabric that are not blankets. This like would barely cover my lap. You would use it as a blanket? I wouldn't want to use it as a blanket. I'd be concerned it would get messed up. I mean, I also have, you know, 2 cats, so that's a big part of it. I can permit you, Ash. Oh, Angel, sorry. Ash is also blue. Nope, that's not the right thing. 1 second. Okay, now you can do it. Ash does also send links, it's true. Look! It's the same color. It's not my fault. Oh, that's cute. I see. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about, yeah, where it's just like you would have to make sure the sizing works out to where they would still line up with each other. So like even though they're all different sizes, you just have like 4 of this one makes one of these and 4 of these makes one of these, right? So yeah, this would be certainly be functional. We could certainly do different sizes for something like this. Absolutely. Thank you for linking that. Ad break time. You'd also be afraid of ruining it. You wanna enjoy things with your hands? Yeah. I guess when I think about blankets, usually I am more thinking about like just doing a big thing of like, I'm not really thinking about doing a tapestry blanket. Like I probably would make a tapestry blanket, but to me that's because my motivation is more about like it's a big tapestry than it is about making it a blanket. So, but to me this is not big enough to count as a blanket. Like I don't even really like throw blankets that much. I certainly use them, but like they feel a little bit silly to me, to be honest. Because it's like, this works, but also it could be bigger. Like, this could just be a big blanket. So I suppose when I say I wouldn't normally make a blanket, what I really mean is I wouldn't normally choose to make a blanket that's just like a plain blanket. Oh, there it is. It's time for Ash's gay spider. Let's switch up our activities too. Let's get cozier. Work more rows on your infinity scarf. You got it. The Prider, oh my god. Oh, you don't like the texture of yarn? That's a bummer. I mean, there are certainly fibers that I don't enjoy very much. Okay. Beef potato. 5 rounds on the blanket. Floss is okay. Maybe you could do cotton yarn then, because the floss is 100% cotton. It feels like death. Oh no. Yeah, it definitely helps a lot when you can get the more quality stuff. You're making your mood blanket out of wool? That's gonna be so cozy. Oh yeah, you can have like a crochet meetup during your aquarium trip. That's gonna be a fun time. Yeah, learning to crochet really is not a huge monetary investment. I mean, like, depending on the yarn that you pick out, obviously, but you can get a hook for pretty cheap, and then you just need a hook and some yarn. Yeah, you can make a stuffy for sure. I know a lot of people like to start with amigurumi. The Junimo pattern? Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear that, Scarlett. I'm glad y'all are helping to keep each other honest and avoid wrist injuries. There it is. There it is. I had a feeling this was coming. We're gonna do some piano stretches this time. This looks so silly. It feels pretty good though. If I want to, I can also pop them. Well, I really don't want to. I can pop my wrist all I want. Like, I just pop, 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 pop. Like, my wrists. Both of them. It's been like that for a long time. But not my... I really don't like popping anything. Unfortunately, I don't have to deal with that too much in my fingers anymore. I used to have to regularly pop this finger back into socket. Oh my goodness! Hello everyone! Welcome in! Thank you so much for the raid! How are y'all doing today? Thank you for that shout out, honey. Clancy, what were y'all up to today? Hope you're having a good day. My name is Jack. I am currently working on crocheting the Stardew Valley world map. It is 244 rows in total, and I am down to only having 84 rows left to go. So we are definitely on the back end of this project. I am hoping to have it done by the beginning of April. Is my goal timeline. You were organizing your new bookshelves for some body doubling. You had to come see the map? Well, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by. If y'all are not aware, the map has been nominated for a Yarny Award this year for Crochet Make of the Year. So if you have not voted in the Yarny Awards yet, thank you, honey. You can follow that link there to find the link to the voting form. There is some incredible competition on there, though. So if you see something else that you feel moved to vote for, you're gonna get no shame from me. I was saying though, I used to have to pop my right index finger all the time because when I was in college, I got my major in printmaking, and just from holding my gouges over time, I would apply pressure here, so I was pushing down with this finger a lot to apply pressure to keep it steady. Printmaking. So that encompasses relief printing, screen printing, etchings, and engravings. Yes. But I did a lot of relief printing, carving wood blocks, and so over time, just from all of the pressure constantly pushing up, I popped this finger out of socket. And so for years after that, I would regularly have to, like, shove it back in. And it sucked. At first, it really hurt to do that, but it's been quite a long time since I graduated at this point, so it has finally stopped doing that. I'm very grateful for that. Probably still a little bit looser than a lot of my other joints, but significantly better. So yeah, I don't love popping things. It's just not bringing me joy to, like, pop my joints. After my last traditional employment job, I worked in window restoration for a while, which was very cool, restoring antique wooden windows. And just the manual labor of like scraping paint off of things, like this motion, and like kind of always having like my head tilted toward my right shoulder. I had a lot of stiffness in my neck, and then I got to a point where one day I like popped my neck like really, like my head vibrated with the force of popping my neck. And I was like, oh God, oh no, I'm somebody who pops my neck now. It was like I crossed that threshold. And I really hate that. I hate how it feels to pop my neck, but it's like necessary. Like I have to do it or it hurts. So USF Graphics Studio, is that like a printmaking studio? Oh, you thought I said bread or crib or something? No, I feel that. The audio processing disorder is real. That's awesome. Thank you for telling me about that. Love a good printmaking studio. University of South Florida in Tampa. Do you know what kind of printing methods they use? Alex is playing Undertale for the first time. I have actually never played Undertale. I don't really know anything about the story. Oh, they feature and host artists and offer subscriptions to the prints. That's cool. It's nice to see, like, an institution supporting printmakers. All different styles. That's awesome. What are you looking at right now? So this is the Stardew Valley map. So I am crocheting the map pixel for pixel as it appears in the map tab when you open up your menu. I am using embroidery floss. And we are on row, like, I guess like 160 or something. We have 84 rows left at this point. Gives their students a chance to work with some of the artists. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Totally. Yeah, I really appreciate a university like highlighting real world applications for the arts, because I felt like my university experience was so separated from like being in the real world. Oh, you got the Stardew alien sound? I thought I was getting the alien at one point, but I guess it was just a random, like, not necessarily that I was actually getting the capsule on my farm. It was just a random UFO flying by. Oh, awesome. They have a subscription plan? That's cool. Thank you, Mason. Yeah, if you, you know, !socials, that's where I was directing y'all for the voting form link, but that also has links to all of the platforms that I am on, and I do post weekly updates of the map, so that is it's a good way to get like a full look at it and see all of the details a little bit easier. I'm also happy to show it off to all of y'all right now, but it's kind of hard to get the full thing in frame. So let me get to the river here, and I'll give y'all a look at what it looks like. You saw something run in the dark once? Was it when you were in the secret woods? Because I know Bigfoot runs across the secret woods. Yeah, not to hold y'all hostage or anything. I'll give you this little peek, and then if anybody needs to make a run for it, please feel free. Take care of yourselves after stream and all of that stuff. But I'll make a little anchor here in the water and then pull that up and give y'all a little overview of what it's looking like. Coming into the farm from the backwoods. Oh, weird. Okay. Doesn't quite fit in the frame anymore, which is so funny. Let me zoom out a little bit. That's the wrong way. Okay. Oh, don't even worry about it. Thank you, Cleansy. So you can see we're coming up on the community center up here. You can see the center of town there. The farm is completed now. And we are getting up into the rolling hills over on this side. I love that this one is like, you can really get the shape of the hills at this point. Some of them have really fully emerged from behind the trees. Yeah, the flower dance area is down here. Yeah, there's so much to see on this map, and I feel like having it in person like this too, there's so many details that I notice that I don't catch when I'm just looking at it in game. I feel like the trees are so much more defined on this version. Yeah, it definitely scratches my brain a little bit looking at it. Yeah, the white things are the flowers, yeah. You didn't know you could, you didn't need to know about this with crochet. Yeah, tapestry crochet is, tapestry crochet is a ton of fun. Like, the possibilities. Yes, there is a Discord link. Thank you for bringing that up, Ash. We're always up to stuff in there. Been thinking of making a map of the Ren Fair place that you go. That's so cool. Oh yeah, here's the spaghetti side so you can see what all the ends look like. Yes, the row countdown is how many rows are left. So there's 244 total rows. And now that we have under 100 left, we've started doing the countdown there. This is how I keep things from being a total mess back here. Put the ends in a little French braid. Just a little crazy looking in the back. Welcome in, straggler. Okay, that's... There we go. That's better. You don't know if tying all the knots will be satisfying or horrifying? Well, you'll find out. There's gonna be like an entire stream or maybe even two dedicated to just tying the knots. Part of you wants to cross stitch this. I can get you a link to a free pattern for cross-stitching it. I don't use a pattern for my version other than just like the original map image, but I do know of someone who has a free cross-stitch pattern, so I will get a link for you really quick. There you go, now you got no excuses. Tie the Knot stream featuring Ice and Buns. Pink Among Us, you got it, Shy. Y'all are gonna be fighting over our little companion here, you and Ash. Look at him sipping his little drink. He's so cute. Other people can play. Yeah, you can just take it back in like 10 minutes or whatever. Whenever the cooldown comes off. You saw a new project the other day and you're tempted to learn embroidery just for it? Well, tell us about it. He's so hydrated. Yeah, even the little Among Us is doing the water time. That is not how I wanted that to go. There we go. Person embroidered a custom patch on her sweater sleeve for every book she read that year. That's so cool. I really wanted to do a project at one point that was like making a granny square for every book I read in a year, and then I like couldn't keep up with reading, so that fell apart. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. Yeah, let it lurk there and haunt you. What size is that hook? It is a 1.3 millimeter hook. Back to dinner prep? Yeah, thank you so much for stopping in, Gloria. Have a great evening. Appreciate you. You may need to buy smaller hooks. Yeah, definitely recommend experimenting and kind of working your way down a little bit at a time to see what's going to be comfortable for you. Because I do think that you can work with a bigger hook than this and still be successful. I feel like this is kind of about as small as you can go without splitting your floss. Like, intentionally. Yeah, where's Mambo when you need him? Yeah. Mambo needs to let everybody in the Discord. The aliens in your animal farm, that's really cute, honestly. You're gonna get your fabric, Faye? That's awesome. You've been wanting to make a veil for yourself? What kind of veil? Like a gauzy one? Like, what are we talking? Bless you. One you can wear with your hat still? I know. Wearing masks has certainly shown me that there is it's not entirely uncomfortable to have your face covered when you have to go out in public. It's like one less thing to deal with is like having to think about your facial expressions and shit. What is crashing? I don't know. Nothing? Everything is fine? I got a pop-up and it seemed like something was having a problem, but nothing is closed on me, so I guess it's fine. You're thinking about purple for the color and you're wanting something silky? That'll be really nice. Masks so you don't have to mask. Exactly. The only problem is then they hurt my face because they put pressure on my face. So it's either my face hurts because of masking or my face hurts because of masking. It's like kind of a catch-22 moment there. Your mouth is privileged information? For real. I deal with TMJ, so sometimes when you have a mask on, it's nice because you can just fully be like mouth breathing so that you don't accidentally grind your teeth and no one can know. Your facial expression is between you and the gods. The only downside is like, now that my facial hair is starting to come in, sometimes it's like, oh man, nobody can see my sweet beard now. Shave your eyebrows so nobody has a clue. How much longer am I gonna stream? I would say probably at least another hour and a half. Yeah, you see the stash during map updates. It's true. Somebody felt inclined to tell me that it was there at one point. Like, oh, you need to shave your upper lip. And I'm like, it's like, it's there on purpose. Like, I know I have a mustache. That's the point, honey. BRB for a bit? Yeah, absolutely, Faye. Imagine missing the point that hard. We're gonna get into some new colors here. What color is the community center? Let's find out. Okay, the color of the cliffs. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, willful ignorance to the point of weaponized dumbassery. I get some of that with people being like aggressively using the wrong pronouns at me, like in a way that feels completely unnatural. Like normal people don't manage to find a way to use my pronouns 3 times in one sentence. So when people do that shit, it kind of tips me off that like they're doing the wrong one on purpose, you know? I just block people when that happens. Fortunately, it's not often. I feel like I have been extremely fortunate in terms of like people being weird at me on the internet. Very grateful for that. But I think it definitely helps that like I don't respond to people being weirdos. It just attracts more weirdos. That's not the kind of weirdos that I want. You're the wrong kind of weirdo. Get out of here. Like, every once in a while, I'll start to fight somebody in the comments, and then I'll go, I don't even want to hear what their response to this is. Like, I'm just gonna be sitting here waiting for them to say something back at me so that I can keep fighting them for however long that takes. Like, I don't need to be giving my energy to them like this. Let's just block them and move on. Like, it's not even worth it. Why focus on people who are being shitheads over everyone else who's being so cool and so nice, right? Yeah, they're not going to listen anyway. Exactly. Like, why give them my time and my energy? Like, I get why people feel the need to address, you know, problematic comments. Absolutely. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I think when you like, when you call that stuff out, sometimes you are sort of encouraging the problem a little bit. How much more crochet and crafting could be done with this energy? Absolutely. Yeah, they do that kind of stuff to make an argument, not to actually have a conversation. And I don't like doing arguments, and I don't like doing debates. I stopped doing that shit a long time ago because it just stressed me out. I previously was a person who could very easily be moved to having a screaming match with someone, and then I learned how to actually regulate my emotions and got over doing that. So now I don't let people bait me into debates, because it's like I would rather protect my peace than let you play devil's advocate. Like, no thanks. People are out here being dicks for free. William has an energy philosophy. If he does the math and feels that stressing about or getting angry over something isn't worth the energy expense, he just won't. Yeah, absolutely. Like, if I'm going to be putting energy into something like that, there better be some kind of, like, gain, you know, overall. Like, that's... Like, am I going to a protest? You know? Like, is me putting my energy into this potentially going to change something at, like, a societal level? If not, then, like, why am I bothering? I think that sometimes there's this idea with, like, members of marginalized communities that, like, we have to, like, rise to meet people and participate in those debates, because if we don't, like, convince them that we're, like, real people who are, like, worthy of respect, then they'll never change. And it's like, I don't know. I think that argument is kind of a fallacy, because I think even when you do, like, have those conversations with people, a lot of the time they'll just end up sort of, like, seeing you as, like, the exception to the rule, instead of understanding, like, oh, all trans people are complex humans and they're all different from each other. Let me not judge this entire group like this. Like, I don't know. I don't really think that that's my responsibility to handhold someone into being a better person. Nobody has ever had their mind change in a comment section. Yeah, for real. That is not what people go to the comments for. Yeah, it's also, like, literally so much work to do that kind of stuff with people. Like, having an expectation that I should have to do that emotional labor just because somebody decided to be a shithead today is really unrealistic. But like I said, the vast majority, like, it's literally a, like, 99% to 1% ratio. Like, people are so nice. People are so nice to me, and I appreciate it so much. So it really doesn't even feel like it matters at all when people are weirdos to me, because it's like, are you lost? Like, nobody agrees with you. There's also a difference between arguing with people who are in your life versus internet trolls. Absolutely. Because it's like, you might actually have some emotional investment if you're talking to somebody who's, like, a family member or that you actually know. This is the wrong corner of the internet. Yeah, it just feels, you know, that meme that's like those people standing around at a party just, like, looking at the camera with, like, that expression of disgust on their face? Like, that's what it looks like when a troll comes into my comment section. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah, as the kids say, put the fries in the bag. Did I do that right? Is that how you use that? As an old fellow that was flawless. Yeah. That the old people know. Your opinion got kind of changed in the comment section one time. It was a video about a Muslim would want non-Muslims to know. You asked a few questions about LGBTQ plus topics and told multiple times so you felt like you got a negative response from that exchange? I mean, I certainly wouldn't judge an entire group of people off of some weird comments. Because people, for one thing, are always on their worst behavior on the internet. And then, you know, any given group of people is not a monolith, right? Like, everybody has their own perspectives and things like that. So one person exhibiting shitty behavior is not a reflection on everybody in that group. Yeah. There's good eggs and bad eggs in every bunch, and there's marginalized people in every bunch, and I mean, like, here in America, I certainly know if I'm interacting, like, out in public, whatever, passing with a group of Muslim people, I feel like I want to be on guard to be protective of this group of people because they are often victim to such harmful stereotypes in this country. You kind of got, like, ganged up on a little bit. I mean, sometimes that's the best approach, too, just to delete the comment, because it's like, yeah, I think sometimes people just like to come be shitty because they see the opportunity. Yeah. So sometimes it is the best approach. Like, sometimes people will be arguing in my comment section, and I'll just go ahead and hide the comment that, like, incited the whole thing, because it's like, nothing productive is happening. The comment section is also not, like, a scholarly source, right? Like, it's a bunch of people's opinions about stuff, so definitely gotta take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, everyone's always talking about the echo chambers. And then when you get out of your echo chamber, you want to go back into it again. You're from Germany, so you have you potentially have it better than in America. Yeah, there's a lot of Islamophobia in America still. It certainly got worse after 9/11, which was so long ago now, but it still hangs around. Algorithm at work, yeah. Yeah, 9/11 was... did some crazy shit to people's brains, making them think all kinds of behavior was okay. Freedom fries, not the freedom fries. Put the freedom fries in the bag. Yeah, anonymity really makes people go crazy too. That is also a big part of it. And also, you gotta keep in mind, sometimes the people yelling at you are literally like 14 years old and like have no idea what's going on. You're back to coding, 24 hours left to get your homework done. Oh no. I hate that when you aren't feeling good and it slows you down like that. Hopefully you can get through it. I'm doing my water time. Oh, so there's a group of people that considers the word queer to be like different from LGB specifically, because they view queer as encompassing all the parts of the LGBTQIA plus community that they don't like. So the LGB crowd tends to be like, I'm not a queer person, I'm specifically a lesbian or whatever, you know, because they have pick me complex. You think she's against the community as a whole? I mean, self-hating gays is nothing new, to be honest. Yeah, clown shit for real. You feel better now? That's good. You want to do it last week? Yeah. Well, you know, there's nothing quite like that last minute burst of energy to get you through a project, right? So hopefully it'll light a fire under you and you can really knock it out. Married to a woman, but she's trying to remove same-sex marriage. Some people just don't have any awareness of like the way that they are shooting themselves in the foot. It's so weird. So I really legitimately think that some of these people think that they are the exception. You know, it's the old adage, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Like, the way that people just don't think about stuff. Yeah, people give you a headache sometimes. For real. That's okay. This is our safe space where we don't have to engage with that bullshit. And if somebody comes in here and starts being weird, we just block them and pretend it didn't happen. I love that we're coming up on the playground now. I think that's gonna be so cute. Just a little silly swing set. How tiny are the playground details? Let me zoom in for you. This tiny. Let me see if I can... There we go. Center that a little bit more. Look at that. Look at that silly little swing. And whatever this purple thing is. A springy ride-on. Isn't that cute? Are you feeding Adele some toast, Shy? Brave soul for those teeny details. I mean... It's not any smaller than anything else on this map. She's also anti-immigration. Those things do seem to go hand in hand, don't they? Water time again already? Y'all are gonna have to excuse me for just a moment. I have to get more water. I'm being forcefully hydrated. I know, everyone feels sorry for me. Okay, I got another glass of water. Got all iridium tools now? That's awesome. I can't wait to get down there and get some iridium. That's gonna be great. Am I playing Stardew today? If I feel awake enough. I woke up at 10:30 last night, so it's been a full day for me so far. Oh, you're getting into winter so you can sort through your farm? Yeah, it's a good time. Let's see, how much of this do I need? Not very much. Bye Scarlet, have a good rest of your day. What time do I usually go to bed? I do not have a consistent bedtime. And what's been happening to me the past couple of days too is that I've just been sleeping in like really short bursts, which is not like me at all. So yesterday I went to bed at 6 o'clock because I was running on 3 hours of sleep because I did the thing that I did last night. And I slept for 4.5 hours and then I was just awake. So I was like, okay, I'll go to sleep at 6 and then maybe I'll be able to get up at like, I don't know, 3 a.m. or something, which is like, I actually honestly really like to get up at like 2 or 3 a.m. That's like, that's kind of the sweet spot for me because then I still have some nighttime, but then I don't have to completely miss the morning. But I say that, my sleep is entirely inconsistent. Like I will be fully nocturnal. I'll fix myself. I'll be awake during the day. I'll go back to being nocturnal. Like it's all over the place. So the past couple days have been extra crazy because it's like, I'll try to go to sleep and fix my sleep schedule, and then I sleep for 3 hours and I can't get back to sleep. So my body just fighting me trying to do the right thing no matter which way I turn. Awake during the witching hours. Yeah, it's really funny how different it feels to like be awake at 3 a.m. when you've just gotten up versus when you've been awake all night. Probably because in one of those situations you're refreshed, and in one of those situations you're like dragging from being awake all day and only existing on hyper focus. You go to bed when you're bonked with the sleep stick? Honestly, same. That is a good way to put it. Oh yeah, hopefully your sleep will be better tonight. That's always a bummer when you get to bad sleep. Had an afternoon nap. Yeah, I would have liked to take a nap myself. I think that would have been helpful, but I took a bath instead, which was very nice. Got some reading done. I'm about halfway through Dune now. It's a good time. You get up at 4:30 every morning to pump? That sounds annoying as fuck. Yeah, Nicole, I don't know how to live without a bathtub. Like, it's just so nice having a bathtub. It helps so much. You decided you're gonna read at least the first 2 Dune books? Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'm interested to see how far into it I can get as a series. You in a clawfoot tub so bad? Me too. I feel like I barely fit in my tub. want to become soup. It's like I get in the tub and I have to fold myself up, and then Jess gets in the tub and is like floating around, has plenty of leg room. Those 4 inches make a big difference. See, if I was a little shorty like you, I would submerge more than you do. You sit up like I do in the bath, but I sit up because I don't fit in the bath. Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to slip down in the tub, but I do. I do want to slip down and be submerged. I want to go swimming in my bathtub. Oh, not the RNG being unkind to you, Zephyr. We got the bus stop. Look, now Pam has somewhere to go stand. We'll get her bus soon enough. Yeah, as long as there are no disasters this week, I should be able to get the bottom couple of rows of the bus going. Water time again already! It's the way that all of you are ganging up on me. Never been so hydrated in my life. Remove the prompt. I'm just gonna up the price. Y'all love playing with that button. I'll let you get your money's worth. Give you your... I mean, it's your favorite place to spend points, you know? It's classic supply and demand. You just realized you can switch genders at the Wizard Shrine? Did I know that? I feel like I heard about that a long time ago, but I've certainly never used it. Do you desire to switch the genders? In Stardew Valley, of course. To redeem as much as possible before water price goes up? I'm sure there's some kind of mod for that, too. To let you just change your gender out freely. And your name and your favorite thing. Oh. Interesting. Did you just accidentally yeet the fetus? I mean, Stardew doesn't really have a system for, like... Like, you can be a same-sex couple and, you know, it's like you still get the kids. So I would imagine it's probably not a gestation-dependent kind of pregnancy situation. What's the mod in real life that makes people be nice? Yeah, how do you open up the mod menu? I want to type in motherload. Oh, adoption versus birth does work differently? Interesting. Pre-downloaded doves. Oh god. You can see that pregnancy bump? What? I've never done children in Stardew Valley, and also have never played a female farmer. Well, maybe I have. A long time ago. I don't remember, but not usually.
No, your first one was a boy too.
My first one was also?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Jess is saying I've never played with the female farmer
Pretty sure
model.
your name was Jack.
The first one I made?
I can check right now. I still have the file. I'm gonna go look.
That wasn't my first ever Stardew Valley save, though. I played Stardew Valley... Oh! You're not talking about the multiplayer farm. You're talking about when I played on your computer. Interesting. Interesting. We're getting lore. The stuff that my wife is able to remember astounds me every single day. You know, you've just made a really morbid discovery, perhaps, about how to have an abortion in Stardew Valley. Not the discovery any of us were expecting to make today. Oh, you don't have it? I would have thought it would have been in your Steam Cloud. Well, I believe you. Can you restart the day? Is it too late to restart the day? You're back for a bit? Welcome back, Faye. Oh, it just changes it to adoption. Oh, that's good. There's a fail-safe. Yeah, Ash is just over here trying to break the game. It's fine. In Stardew Valley, actually. Wait, does that imply impreg in Stardew? Ash, are you planning to turn it into a dove? Be honest. Shot, 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 shot. You had an impreg dream once involving aliens? Were you playing a lot of Sims at the time? You should absolutely explore it in literature. When I bring in the Granny Square redeem, I'm gonna have to dedicate an entire stream to just dealing with y'all spending all of your channel points, cause I know that if I try to do something else, I'm not gonna be able to get anything done. Did you ever show the full King in Yellow art you made? I don't think so. I feel like I would remember if I had seen that. You don't play Sims? It stresses you out? Yeah, now is certainly not the time to get into it. Posted in Jack. Can be really expensive for the Granny Square redeem. It's true, I gotta make sure that y'all have to spend your money. Okay. Let's go see. Oh, I like the little, like, yellow eye that's happening in the shadow there. I think that's really neat. It turned out so good. Make it like 5K or 10K. 5K so I could do it twice. Yeah, if we're gonna do different size squares, then we could have, you know, obviously, like, maybe the 5K is like the little square and 10K is like a big square. Depends on how big the project is going to be. I don't know. I guess we, like, kind of just see what happens. I'm gonna brainstorm a little bit about it after stream and kind of, like, see what I feel like makes sense. Oh. Yeah, definitely different sizes for different prices for different sizes, for sure. Both of them have yellow eyes. Yeah, I saw that they each have one yellow eye going on. That's cool. More, another suggestion of the lore that you were talking about. Okay. How much of this green do I need right there? You're gonna remake it so you can color it in this time? Oh, hi Carmilla. What is it? Why are you crying? What happened? Did mommy get in your shower? What's going on? You wanna come say hi to everyone? Oh. Yeah, this is Carmilla. I'm gonna look at the camera and show everyone your pretty eyes. Oh, those are some nice furs. She's a very goofy kitty. Yeah, she makes this expression that we call teddy bear eyes because her eyes are so just big and round and like glassy. Yeah, she's a good little baby. She's very funny. What does she do? Crime? Yeah, she does do crime. She just has a lot of personality and she's very talkative. And like frequently has no thoughts in her head. poach some of this dark green from earlier in the tapestry because I forgot to go get some more. But that'll be enough to get us through today, at least. If you knew you were a cat, you'd be very talkative too. That's the thing. I don't think that she does know that she's a cat. She thinks that she's like a dog or something. She's not very good at being a cat. The geese have left us. Goose by what geese? When did we have geese? What do you mean you can just add different color like that? Like how I just stuck it in there? Yeah, that's how I've been doing it this whole time. It's not hard to add. Like the mechanics of what I'm doing in this project is very simple. It's just that there's like a lot of the simple thing, you know? That's what's funny about it. It's like, I'm not doing anything that crazy. It's just like a large number of that thing. Yeah, I don't tie a knot right now because if I need to frog, then it's easier to like go back and make adjustments. So at the very end, when the whole thing is crocheted, I will have an entire stream or maybe even 2 just to tying knots. Oh, you have hundreds of geese in your complex yard? Yeah, don't post your house for sure. They're very talkative. And they headed out for the winter, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's definitely one of those moments, Faye, where it's kind of like a reminder that you can do whatever you want, you know? Like, that's why I also leave my tails a little bit longer. So like a lot of people comment on like, you know, oh, why do you have so much in the back here? Like, why not, you know, leave less and then you can conserve more of your floss? And it's because I need it to be long enough that when I add in a color, it doesn't just immediately unravel. And also so that I have enough of an end that I can grip it in order to be able to tie that knot at the end. You got your baby? It's a baby girl. You need a name. Who are you married to? Not Clint. Oh my god. Oh right, you're married to Sam. Okay. Maybe something inspired by Sam's favorite things. He loves pizza and skateboarding. Like Tony Hawk 2, maybe? Little pepperoni. There you go. Now we're talking. Baby cactus. This is when you go to babynames.com. Oh, that's nice. A serious suggestion from Ash. Pixel Risk Grove. Hello, how are you doing today? Welcome in. Little Pep. Oh yeah, Pepper could be cute. I know a Pepper. But Arya is pretty, I agree. We could name the second one something unhinged. There you go. Oh, Faye, that sucks. You're crocheting? Oh yeah, we're here to help you with body doubling for sure. Yeah, I like to have some company too. So Ash is playing Stardew Valley and just had a baby with their partner Sam, and so we were discussing a baby name. Just, you got an image of someone playing Stardew during labor. I mean, sometimes that shit takes a long time. Just popped your thumb trying to do the test to see if you're hypermobile. An interesting result, to be sure. Juniper is a pretty name. Yeah, that's a good one. You have 6 auto petters? What the hell? RNG is bullshit. Excuse to get 6 farm buildings. Did you expand your ancient fruit empire? What are your plans for expansion? Your yarn just tried to have a stroke? How does one's yarn attempt to have a stroke? Oh, the yarn barf? It wanted to separate, and a section of it tried to split off into a second strand. Oh my god. Sounds like it's having an identity crisis. Water time again? And stretch break? Okay. What is that? What is that emote? Oh! You flattened it! I was like, what the fuck is happening? That's so funny. I couldn't even recognize it. I was like, is this somebody who's melted into the floor? Kind of. It says you have thousands of mystic syrup in your crafting setup, but you don't even have one. How does that happen? And what does that mean for you? One of your favorite yarns had twins yesterday. You call them yarn babies when a whole section inside just pops out. Just sounds like you've got like a... You've got a whole like yarn farm situation going over there. Your craft is practically alive. There was a patch yesterday? Oh, on the Switch. Your body wants to yeet your bones out? That's a unique sounding feeling. A yarn farm sounds so whimsical. To be fair, that's kind of like what raising sheep is. Have you never felt it where you can feel your bones? I mean, yeah, I can feel my bones. Like when your bones are achy. Do they feel like they're trying to get out? You guys, did you know that there's a skeleton inside of you? Is that not normal? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to say what, well, first of all, what is normal, right? But also, like, it's so hard to, like, know if you're communicating the same thing when it comes to, like, body sensations. You're a skeleton puppeting a human. You're just in disguise. You can constantly feel your bones. I would say that I do not have a consistent amount of awareness of my bones. That at times there is more awareness than at others, certainly. You're a brain in a wet meat suit. You can always see your nose, but your brain tunes it out. Your eyes lie to you constantly. Like, you can only process so much data coming in from your eyes, so your brain is just, like, having to, like, make guesses and stuff all the time. Your toes are always touching one another. They belong together. You need someone to just take you and stretch you out. Where's a medieval torture device when you need one? Do y'all ever pop your elbows? Oh yeah. I gotta like swing it to do it. Is that how you do yours? Sometimes I gotta pop my knees, and so I'll just stand on one leg and just like go up and down until my knee pops. It's pretty silly looking. You throw your forearm until it pops? Yeah, precisely. More water time for me. Y'all are like watching the clock on these redeems. It's a coincidence because you need a drink too. Yeah, time to take care of the little Tamagotchi. You're watching this as someone who only learned to crochet a few months ago, and you're in awe? Well, thank you. Yeah, definitely, definitely takes time to get to this place. But, you know, this is ultimately all really basic stuff. I do believe if you can crochet, you can learn how to do this. So you just gotta start small and take it one step at a time and be patient with it. Because it's definitely not something that is ever going to give you any kind of instant gratification. So there's really no point in trying to rush into it. Love how we can place your age accurately with the Tamagotchi reference. Wait, is this not still, is it Tamagotchi not still hip? All your brain says is that's a lot of colors. Okay, I need y'all to know that when I say hip, I am being facetious, okay? I know we don't say that word. That was in before my time, even. It's kind of a, it's kind of like my own personal inside joke, because my dad used to do that all the time when we were growing up. Yeah, your 14-year-old niece has a Tamagotchi? See, they've come back. Take me to the nursing home. Y'all can poke fun all you want about how old we are, but all the shit that we used to do when we were in middle school is cool now, so I don't want to hear it. I say we. I certainly was not cool in middle school, so these trendy fits are not what I used to dress like, that's for damn sure. You used to go bowling and you'd be the youngest person there? I know I'm surrounded by children, Zephyr. I'm aware. What really throws me for a loop is when the Gen Alphas start referring to the 1900s like it was so long ago, like referencing 1980 and 1990 and calling it the 1900s. Like, what the fuck? I feel like when you're an adult, I feel like it's not as big of a deal to say your age, for sure. Certainly, any minors should not be saying their ages. Can tell you we're in 1900s, baby. You're free from the ads. Welcome back. From the firm grasp of Adele. It was a blood sugar ad. Yeah, when ad breaks are happening, we say Adele is coming, because I used to say welcome back from ad hell, and people pointed out that it sounded like I was saying welcome back from Adele, so now it's Adele. And Subaru, yeah. I was born less than a century after the Victorian era ended. Okay. So maybe that should just go to show you that the Victorian era was not as long ago as you thought it was. Carmilla was being a bad girl up on top of Jess's computer. "1901 it ended?" Yeah, that was like yesterday. Oh yeah, the Victorians were a little freaks. Make no mistake. It's cute she gets a pass. She absolutely does not get a pass. She's a bad little girl. She is cute, though, it's true. The first pig flew in 1920. Who's flying pigs around? Are you her lawyer now? Oh, I know about the mummies. Vintage sip and paint. Oh my god. Straight to jail. Snort and paint. There you go. Opium-soaked tampons. Wow. People are so creative. Innovation that excites. Where'd my clip go? There it is. You gotta go, Faye. Thanks for hanging out. I'm about to end stream anyway. Just gonna take a few more minutes to clean up here, but I think that I need to go lay down for a little bit, so I don't think I have it in me to play Stardew today as much as I would love to, but you know, that is what tomorrow's stream is for. Alright, so here's our progress for the day. Oh good, you can finally vacuum. Wow, that really did so much to define that there's these 3 hills right there. I feel like you can see that so much more clearly now. Your brain wants to have a stroke looking at this. It's all basic shit at the end of the day. You want to eat it? I do think that that's like one of the things about crochet is that a lot of the times it's easier to like understand what's going on while you're actually doing it as opposed to like when you're looking back at it after the fact. Makes you want to create. That's a good feeling right there. When you see something and it gets you all riled up and ready to make stuff. The dream. You started watching when I was starting the land? So long ago at this point. You're looking at starting a tapestry with DMC floss, and you're wondering what kind I used. It's just the 6-strand. And I use the whole floss. I don't separate it out. But the 6-strand is usually like the easiest one to find at like craft stores and stuff. Oh, okay. What a day. Let me actually, before I go over here and do this, let me update the countdown really quick. So 83 rows left to do. We're getting there. Okay, I'm gonna look for somebody to raid really quick. I would imagine 0 is probably live, if nothing else. No, for once. For once, 0 is not streaming. Good for them. Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna be lazy and I'm gonna skip raiding for today. So, I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks so much again for hanging out today. I hope you have a good rest of your day.